What's going on YouTube? GeoSnow right here. So in today's video we have some important news on the Electra. There is now a somehow stable version of it available. There is a new version available, by the way, but there is also some drama that has to be addressed, and there is a new direction from this point on to the development of the Electra. So I would like to make these things clear for you so that you understand what you should be doing next. Okay, so for those of you who do not know, Electra is a jailbreak for iOS 11.0 up to iOS 11.1.2. Just a couple hours ago, Coolstar released the version 1.0.3, which is considered to be stable enough, and according to him, it doesn't have any major bugs that have to be fixed in the future. So for the moment, it is considered stable enough so that you can install it and of course be very happy with it. Now, some people still report problems, and these problems have the root cause on what you are installing. Now, depending on what repos are you using, and if you are using piracy repos, you might have a very bad experience with Electra jailbreak or a very good one. So the problem of the piracy is that when you're installing a tweak from a piracy repo, it's most likely out of date. It hasn't been updated for iOS 11 or for Electra. The dependencies, for example, daemons or whatever, are not updated either, and they can even conflict with Electra because most of the times these repos have different versions for that same tweak that might conflict with what Electra has. So it's pretty hard to debug this stuff. However, Coolstar's been going through quite a lot of things lately, up to the point where he decided to move everything in the private. So let's talk about the drama that's going on in the community. So as I said, Coolstar decided to move the development for the Electra onto the private because of people harassing him and because people kept on demanding him to fix whatever error that most of the times was caused by the fact that the specific dude asking for a fix was using a pirated repo or a pirated tweak. So he decided to pretty much remove all his tweets regarding Electra and jailbreak, and he made a blog post in here that is pretty long but explains very well what he's been going through since he started working on Electra back in December. So you probably know that Electra is actually built on top of the async wake exploit that has been released by Jan Beer. Now, this has been a very powerful exploit, and we appreciate Jan Beer for that, but without Coolstar and the other developers that worked on it, like Ninja Prone, NullPixel, Stake29, and many others, there would be no jailbreak for the iOS 11.1.2 or for the iOS 11.0. So he decided to actually make a jailbreak back in December, started working on it, but it was plagued since the beginning with many problems. There was no working substrate, and you probably know that most of the tweaks require a substrate to work on iOS, so he needed to substitute for that. He actually contacted Sorik to work together on fixing the substrate, but apparently Sorik denied for some reason, and he had to build the substitute himself for the substrate, which of course took time, and there was a lot of debugging going on. There were a lot of errors that had to be fixed, that had to be addressed, and to add to this problem and to add to the fact that he was actually exploring a new territory, a lot of people were installing pirated tweaks and were installing things from pirated repos that were of course creating problems with Electra. So he explains a lot in here about the problems he's been going through and his decisions, and this is one of the reasons he was bad-mouthing the piracy repos. He doesn't really care what you're installing, and he says in here he doesn't care where you get your tweaks from or whether you install piracy or not. But as long as it creates problems with Electra, problems that he will have to fix because people will of course call out Coolstar for the problems, then he cares and he wanted to prevent these. However, if you want to learn more about what's been going on, you can check out his blog post in here. It's available and it's definitely a good read. Go ahead and check it out. But anyways, if you still have problems with Electra, first make sure that you do not have any tweak from a piracy repo, and then make sure that you do not install something that is not compatible with the Electra jailbreak in the first place. There are a lot of tweaks in Cydia, and most of them are working, but there are very old tweaks that might appear to work normally, they do not give any error when you install them, but they can create problems with Electra. So just make sure you do not install something that is incompatible or that is coming from a shady source, and you should be good to go. In theory, the latest version of Electra, 1.0.3, should be working fine for everybody. But again, if you still have legitimate problems, you can go ahead here on his GitHub and open a new issue. Just make sure that there wasn't the same issue opened already, or it wasn't open and closed as fixed in the past. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. Definitely go ahead and check out his posting here. He has posted this, which is quite interesting. Quote, "We'll be deleting all jailbreak related tweets and won't be going on Reddit jailbreak anymore in a few. Pretty much the only way to remain sane these days. Oh, and apparently people on Reddit jailbreak think it's immature that I'm not babysitting them and doing what they want." So with this said, he removed most of his tweets, and now his Twitter is just like this, just a couple tweets, and he will no longer provide any updates on his Twitter or on Reddit when he's going to build a new version of the Electra, or with the problems that appear and so on. So you're just going to see the releases, which might not be that good since we could use the information he was posting. Anyways, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe to stay updated. We'll keep you updated with anything that's going on in the jailbreak community. Definitely check out his blog post. It really makes you understand what's been going on, and it really makes you understand his decisions along the way. So it's definitely a good read. It's available in the description down below. Till the next time, I'm GeoSnow. Peace out.